Happy Valentine's Day. I bagged it up and you ate it. The speed you're going, I love you but you break it. Now I know I may not walk at all. You said you wouldn't bite it, but now I'm in the hospital. Last Christmas you stole my heart, and the very next day you sold it on the black market. This year, to save me from tears, I've opted out of the NHS organ donation scheme. Oh no, please don't go, it's time to run the fucking intro. Hello again, you lovely people. This is episode number 7 of It's a Cole's World. I'm not going to keep numbering these, by the way, because, well, I'll do it up to 10. My first 10. Today, as a filming, it's February the 14th, which is Valentine's Day, and I hope you like the beginning song I gave you, and it's quite fitting with the subject matter of what we're going to be talking about today, which is going to be about conspiracies, hospital horror stories, Big Brother watching us, the dystopian future that we could be facing, things like that. So I hope you're going to enjoy this episode, not this hospital, this episode. Told you I'm not professional, so you have to bear with me because I've just done about fucking 100 takes on that beginning bit. So don't give me no grief, and I mean it. Honestly, I can't be arsed now, right? So I'm just going to go with the flow. And yes, I know last week, towards the end, I was out of focus. I fucking give up. I'm not professional, you know that. So what do you want from me? What do you want? Blood? Anyway, so I was out of focus. I think what it was it last week when the battery went and then I didn't reset the servo autofocus? I don't know, but my iPad's on and I can see it's tracking my face. Right, I can't wear my glasses because it reflects the lights. I tell you this every week. I'm fed up with telling you now. You're not listening. Right, so it reflects in my glasses, so I can't wear my glasses. It's very hard for me to see because I'm getting on now. I'm getting older, so I've got to you've just got to bear with me, all right? Anyway, so we're talking about all that this week. What else have I got to tell you? No, I ain't got my glasses. I can't read that. What did I do this week? I took my wife to the hospital to have her stitches out because she had a lump in her leg, a tumour. It was benign, lucky enough. She had that out, so I had to take her to get her stitches out. And then I went to see my friend in hospital with the stomach tumour, the big C, and he's still in there. His potassium levels still ain't right, so we went to see him. And I'll tell you something really informative on the way home, driving home from the hospital, so look out for that in a minute. And what else did I do? I had a Nando's. That's it. Oh no, sorry, I forgot. Apart from meeting Rod Stewart and Noel Gallagher and Baz Luhrmann and Brian May and Anita Dobson, Frank Skinner, apart from all of that, I didn't do fuck all. I bet you're thinking, what the fuck am I watching? I like to dance, what can I say? Anyway, you might not like it, but other people do. My son loves it. He's always saying to me, "Father, when can I dance with you again?" I said, "For fuck's sake, Luther, not again." I do hope you lot ain't offended by me dancing in my boxer shorts. I mean, it's my wife that has to film me doing that, so, you know, count yourself lucky, you don't have to do that for me. I can't exactly get one of my mates around to do it now, can I? You know, I'm not a homosexual. Not that there's anything wrong with being a homosexual, you understand, but I'm not. Even though I've got a pink mic, you know, it's just like I'm quite inclusive. I'm all inclusive. You know that, told you that before. Anyway, so she said to me as she was filming me dancing in the boxer shorts, she said, "Carl, at least I ain't got to worry about little Nemo popping out, have I?" I said, "Oi!" I said, "Why are you calling it Nemo?" She said, "Well, bleeding have trouble finding it, don't I?" I said, "Oi, listen to me. Any more on that lip and I'll get Claire from Steps round." And with that, I pulled down my boxer shorts. She went, "Oi, you dirty bastard, don't flash me." I said, "I ain't flashing you, love." I said, "It's a gender reveal." Anyway, she said, having a girl then, aren't we? So I've just been to see my mate in Basildon Hospital again. The one who's got the big C, the stomach tumour. I just come out of Basildon Hospital. Did just film this, but the exposure was I didn't put a filter on the so the highlights were being blown out. So I thought I'd better film it again in case I've lost it. Yeah, so we just went to see my friend who's got the big C. In Basildon Hospital, and what I haven't told you before was that when they first in Basildon, they was giving him an operation to put the drains in because he can't eat orally, so he has to have it in different ways with a pig feed. So when they put the drain in, it was the operation was, I don't know, 2-3 hours, something like that, and they didn't knock him out. They didn't anaesthetise him, they just sedated him, so he was awake all the way through it. And towards the end, he reckons about the last half hour, but he said he don't know how long. He said it could have been 5-10 minutes, but he goes, it felt like half hour. But he felt everything, and obviously that's traumatised him, so he was like being tortured. He said it was the closest thing to being hung, drawn and quartered. So I think it's really traumatised him. So when he has to go back in, because that's his local hospital, he will not have anything done. He insists on being transferred back to London because they will knock you out. You know, they're much better. Yeah, so he felt everything. And apparently I heard, I don't think he told us, I think, how did we find out, Tommy? Do you remember? When he said that, we found out they took 4 of them to hold him down. Don't know. Well, somehow I know that, but yeah, that's what apparently happened. So you can only imagine how horrific that was. And every time he has to come back to Basildon, because he had that fall, didn't he? His potassium levels dropped. Because they said he can drink as much as he wants because it'll come straight back out in the bag, because it was all intravenously. But then that's what's done it. That's I forget the word he said, begins with an F. and he thinks it's because he had the body couldn't keep up with the potassium levels, so he reckons that's why it dropped. That's why it dropped, and then he fainted when he came out of the toilet and cut all his head open, gashed all his eye, and he knew nothing about it. They said he went right down to his eyelid. He could have lost his eye. Is this it? Wingle Lane? No? That's crap. So he's been in hospital because he spent 4 weeks. He went in New Year's Eve 2025. Spent 4 weeks in hospital because his peg feed was blocked. As I said, fucking hell, why'd they come out so fast? Fucking prick. You're supposed to approach with caution and fucking give way. Fucking absolute dick. Anyway, it ain't me, is it? Anyway, fucking people can't drive. So he's in hospital. Every time he goes in Basildon, he ends up waiting like 24 hours on the in a corridor, waiting for a bed. I think he spent like nearly 2 days in a corridor. Anyway, so he's back on the ward. He's been there 2 weeks. He just spent like 4 weeks in London, well, Basildon and London, from New Year's Eve. Right. And so he come out a week, collapsed. This Wingle Lane, yeah? No, there's a garage.
They're queuing.
Yeah, alright. Well, you told me to come off at the fucking garage.
Finished?
No, I'm still talking. Anyway, as I was saying, so he spent 4 weeks in between Basildon and London, and they've done his peg feed, that unblocked. So he's come out within a week. By the end of the week, he's gone over and cut his eye because his potassium levels dropped. So he's been back in Basildon, spent like a day and a half in the corridor, waiting for a bed, got the bed, been in there. And because it affects the heart, so they can't rush the potassium, putting it in his body. So now his levels are on about 3.5 and he's got to get up to 4. So hopefully they've just put him on another load just now as we was leaving. And they put it in his feed as well, so hopefully his levels are going to go back up. But since he's been in there, he's been talking to other people. There's another geezer in there who's got cancer, and apparently he's not the only one. That when they've had their operations, exactly the same thing. They didn't anaesthetise them, they just sedated them, so they was awake all through the operation. This is Basildon. London don't do this. And then the numbness wears off towards the end, and they felt everything, and so they're traumatised as well. So, is this all hospital? Well, I know London ain't doing it, so, and I know Basildon is, and he wasn't a one-off. I thought he might have been a one-off, but yeah. So he seems to think that it's like a cost cutting thing. And also a quick turnaround, so the quicker you can get people in and out and free up the beds and get the next one in. So he seems to think it's something to do with like quick turnaround and cost cutting. It's a money thing. So, and people being fucking traumatised and tortured. And that's Basildon Hospital for you. Tell me I'm still talking. What's the problem? You won't. I can't hold it. I'm driving. What's wrong with this one?
The queue getting out. They're not even moving.
What? I can't get off. Is that what you're saying?
You can, but it's very slow.
What? You think carry on till?
Yeah, but these
Alright, I'll carry on to Ardley Green, is it? Anyway, yeah. So as I was saying, this is why I'm absolutely petrified of hospitals. I don't trust them. I don't trust what they done to a friend of mine, or an acquaintance of mine, friend of a friend, who went in hospital for a cold during 2020, during that period. You know what I'm talking about. And we're going to go right up to Gallows Corner now, aren't we?
Yeah, but listen, you're going to go left. Don't come off at Thingy. Go straight all the way down.
Straight all the way down, not right at the middle roundabout now. Right. Anyway, so yeah, I won't. Yeah, they put him on. He had a cold. Went in hospital. He must have phoned 111 or 113, whatever it is, and they must have said, "Oh, come in," because they was getting, apparently, allegedly, they was getting paid for each person they said had that thing. Each person they put on a vent, each death certificate, blah blah blah, and they even phoned a friend of mine because he's a friend of a friend. His name was Phil, and he phoned my friend. And he phoned Lisa the night before and said tomorrow they're going to induce me into a coma, and I don't know why. And they stuck him on a vent, and he didn't come out of that coma, he died. Now I know in America, I can't speak for you, they was putting people on remdesivir, which is a drug which allegedly shuts down your organs. And then each person they're sticking on a vent, I heard, I could be wrong, but they was getting about $40,000 for each person they stuck on the vent, and it was one big money-making scheme. And the whole thing, if you ask me, in my opinion, was to steal the election, and other nefarious reasons as well. But this is why I won't trust the hospitals now. And I've got a hernia in my groin, which I get a lot of pain from. And another horror story: a friend of I'm sort of related to him. I won't say his name, but his brother went into Queen's Hospital, Essex, to have his hernia done, same place as mine, and the surgeon decided to not use a scalpel but to use a laser for the first time in that area. Like, he'd never done it before, and he burnt through to his bowel and killed him. And yeah, he's not working now, as far as I think. It ended up in press and that. But that wasn't the first time he killed someone. So you think I fucking trust these hospitals? Nah. I'll wait till the world goes back to normal when we get bed beds and things like that. I'll take my own preventatives, and as for the hernia, yeah, I'll just treat it with castor oil and yeah, put up with it as long as I can. Yeah, go on, you can turn it off now. So as you just saw after the hospital clip there, there's some pretty dark stuff going on, and you keep hearing about this organ harvesting going on, and you know there's all these theories going about, all these conspiracy theories going about, saying there's not enough chickens in the world to supply all these chicken shops. And you know, it could be true. I don't know. Like when we saw that KFC advert last year, where it was like a sacrifice, like a ritual, all standing around the lake, and the man walks into the water, and you know, that's a bit odd, ain't it? It's a bit iffy. So it does make you wonder. But they pass it off as humour, these people. I told you that. They put it in your faces, and they have to tell you what they're doing for karma clearing. Told you all that in the last episode. So with all that in mind, me, my wife, my son, my grandson, we've all opted out of the organ donation thing, because you're automatically opted in, which is really fucking out of order if you ask me. You're opted in, so, and you've heard of many horror cases where people have gone on holiday for like a bellyache at the airport. This was a true story what I heard, and then they went to another country, and then they put her in hospital, and they give her an operation, and they said she didn't make it. Somehow, I don't know how, I don't know all the ins and outs and all the gubbins of the story, but somehow they found out they apparently offed her for organ harvesting. So I thought, fuck that. But anyway, I should be putting on screen now how to opt out. It's quite simple. You go on the NHS donor thing website, and hopefully I'll put the screen recording up about here, maybe, or there, I don't know, there or there, and it'll show you how to do it. It's really simple, but I suggest you should do it. You should just to cover yourself, and then if you do go in for an option, say, look, I've opted out, right, so no fucking funny goings on. But I don't particularly trust hospitals at the moment after what I just told you when I was driving home from the hospital. I really don't. And fucking hell, the camera's flashing now. I think the battery's about to go, so I'm gonna have to make a cut here, but I'll carry on with this, alright? Sorry about that, I just had to change the battery, because I do so many fucking takes at the beginning, it's unreal. Anyway, so I've changed the battery. Let's hope I don't fuck up like I done last week and don't reset the servo autofocus. So I'm just checking, I'm moving about, it's still tracking me, I can see it's tracking me. So if it doesn't, if it goes wrong again, then like, why am I getting notifications? You're on airplane mode, you soppy fucking iPad. Oh, do you know what? It's been one mare of a shoot this week. Honestly, it's been really hard. I mean, I'm running a bit late. I mean, it's Valentine's Day today as a filming, and I wanted it out for today. No particular reason, but I just thought, like, because I'd done the song at the beginning of Happy Valentine's Day, I thought it'd be very timely for you, because I'm here to entertain you. And but I'm running late. I told you earlier, I met Baz Luhrmann and all that. That's why I got all these posters, because it's the Elvis premiere of Epic, the Baz Luhrmann Elvis biopic. You know, I'm a massive Elvis fan. I wasn't going to talk about this week, as I said I'll do it next week, but that's why I'm running late this week. That's why I'm a bit like making all over the place. And so that footage will be in next week's episode. So yeah, Rod Stewart and all that was there, Brian May, Noel Gallagher, Frank Skinner, so that's what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, so that'll be in next week's episode. Going back to this, I've got to look at my note. Yeah, I told you last week, didn't I, about Liquid Death, the experiment, the the Dr. Emoto. Is it in oh fuck me? Is it Emoto? Anyway, you know from last week's episode number 6, when I've done the water experiment with the effect of words, written words on water, on jars of water, or you can do it with rice. And that Dr. Emoto, I don't know if I'm getting his name wrong, but I'm just going to say it. Dr. Emoto. He wrote words like love, hate, and neutral. I think he done it on 3 things, like a neutral one anyway. So and like the love one crystallized, all beautiful geometric crystals in the water under a microscope, that is. And then the hate went all murky and not nice. So I done my own experiment, and the reason why I done it, because my friend who I just went to see in hospital, who I told you about a few times now, he's got stomach cancer. He's got the big C. He's got a tumour in his stomach, and he will get over it. You bet your life he'll get over it. But he's having such an hard time at the moment because he's in hospital with his potassium levels, because he had a massive full cut above his eyebrow. He's been in Basildon 3 weeks now. Before that, he was in London and Basildon. So he's been in hospital the whole of this month, since New Year's Eve, basically. So, poor fucker. And as I said, he was healthy. Don't really eat takeaways. Don't like Chinese. Don't eat sugar. Don't eat crisps. So I thought, how the fuck has he got this? The worst he had was like a beer now and then. And he's not even like a big drinker. And then it dawned on me about the Liquid Death, because his partner gave me a couple of cans of Liquid Death, and I said, I ain't fucking drinking them. The sheer fact says death alone on it. Whether there's anything nefarious in it, I'm not saying there is, but if there is anything nefarious in there, the sheer fact you're drinking something with death written on it, going by them water experiments, do you know what I mean? Like, you're asking for fucking trouble. So, anyway, and then I remembered my conversation with him. I told him about, your partner give me the Liquid Death, and he went, oh, that's alright. He goes, we've had fucking loads. About 6 weeks later, he's in hospital with the big C. So, you know, how many coincidences does it have to take before it's mathematically impossible to be a coincidence? That's what you got to ask yourself. Anyway, so evil is everywhere. And the TikTok, what I'm going to show you now, what I done about that experiment, I'm going to play it now, so like, we'll go over it again so you can watch it. Hello. So today I'm going to show you a science experiment where Dr. Emoto that man there, he did an experiment with water and rice where he done the effect of words on water. So he put love and hate on jars and to see what happened. And the love, it crystallized with geometric patterns and they look really lovely, and the hate turned out all murky. So I thought I'd do my own experiment. Here I am pouring water into love, and then you will see me pouring water into hate, and then we will leave it a few days and then we'll come back. Oh, it's a few days later. Now let's just see what happened. Let's see if we get the same results. Let's have a look, shall we? And no, I'm not a kung fu person. I'm just got to do a voiceover because of Tik Tok took off the original audio. So here we are. Oh look, something's happened. We've got a result. So let's crack this open. This is hate. We are opening now. So here I go, opening it, and I can see something's happened. Oh yes. It's shit. Wow. So it really does work. Now let's see what love did to the water. Let's see if it had the same sort of effect, but in a positive way. So let's just see. Let's crack it open and see what we got. Oh my god, I can see something's happened. It's a titty. Wow. Oh my god. So, if you write love on a jar of water, you will get something that represents love. And if you write hate on a jar of water, you will get something that represents hate. So in these instances, we've got shit and we got tit. So hopefully you've just watched it, if I know what I'm fucking doing. Anyway, so if you've watched that, my TikTok, when I posted it, and this is why I'm bringing it up again this week, when I posted it on TikTok, and I'll put the screenshot up maybe here or there, who knows, but you should see it on the screen. So, and I put a prayer of protection on it, because I'm like that, I'm into Jesus, God, and I always pray the blood of Jesus over me and my family, and ask for a hedge of protection around us all the time. Always do. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, to be funny or nothing. I genuinely do. And yeah, so I put a little prayer of protection on in the description on the TikTok, and it had a hashtag Jesus, and it said 66.6 thousand whatever. 66.6666. You should see it on screen. So don't tell me that's a fucking coincidence. I ain't buying it. There's no way that's a coincidence. There's evil everywhere. You know, like they say the devil rules this world, and you know, but it's because he can't create. That's why. So we beat him in other ways. We expose him, don't we? Even today, I got an email. You know, you get your newsletters from when you've done a bit of shopping. I don't know if you can hear that. My fucking dogs are barking in the background. They do my nutting, but I'm not doing another take because I'm running late and I can't be arsed. Sorry, not professional and all that. You know that. But if you can hear my dogs barking, take the notice. But you shouldn't do with this nice little pink mic. Anyway, so yeah, I got the email this morning. It's from Sideshow Collectibles, actually. The people who sell these hot toys, what I'm into, the Star Wars hot toys, Marvel and all that. They're a fortune. They're an absolute fortune, they are. And that's why I don't buy too many. Though I've got Stitch coming from Nilo and Stitch. That's from Hot Toys. But Sideshow Collectibles sell them. And yeah, I got an email today, and I should put this on screen hopefully, of a Han Solo premium format figure from Star Wars: A New Hope when he's in the cantina just before he shoots Greedo, and he's got his leg up and that, and they've got it up for sale for, I think it's $666.60. What the fuck? Are you winding me up? Are these people purposely trolling me or what? I couldn't believe it. Literally this morning, Valentine's Day 2026. I literally got that email today, and I thought, you're having a fucking laugh, ain't ya? So yeah. So I put that out because I'm telling you all this because I want you to like start opening your eyes, because I reckon there's a lot of people who don't use discernment, and you think everything's a conspiracy, and you think, well, no, perhaps you don't think everything's a conspiracy. I should say it like that. And maybe you're very trusting, and you think the powers that be wouldn't do these sort of things to us. And but you bet your bollocks, these people cast spells on us. It's very fucking real, I'm telling you. So just let me refer to my notes again, because I'm running out of time and I can't be asked. And so sorry about the reflections. So I've told you about that. Oh yeah. That's the other thing. Am I still in focus? Fucking bet me if I'm not in focus. No, I give up. Anyway, so if you want to learn more about all this sort of stuff, all this, I followed a certain, I won't say names for the YouTube, but a certain number 17. If you know, you know. Meant to be a military operation working alongside a certain commander-in-chief, let's put it that way. And I followed it for 8 years, and I was told about the Epstein files long before any of you, I'm talking like 2017, 2018. And we was told about the Saudi purge, and obviously the nefarious things going on in the island, and you know who go in there, a certain previous president. He's got a card shop named after him, put it that way. So I've known about all that, and I've seen many of like 17 proofs over the years, so I've had it confirmed over and over again. And if you know who I'm talking about, this certain administration, they sort of like do coordinated things to tally up with the drops to like confirmation saying yes, it's real. So like, you know, there's absolutely no doubt. And what we believe is like to be a military intervention whenever the time is right, when there's been enough exposure, because you can't tell the people, you have to show them. So this is what we're going through at the moment. So when that happens and the hammer drops, we're expecting maybe a complete media blackout, maybe a proper blackout and all the lights go down. I do not know. We were only assuming these bits, and we were expecting a certain insurrection act and military tribunals. That's the inference we take from a lot of these things. So don't shoot the messenger, but this is what we're sort of expecting. But if you want to see people who actually can talk a lot better than me, and very intellectual and very they're very clued up, and they're not conspiracy fruitcakes like you might think they might be. They're very not. They're absolutely not. You know, you might call me one. I don't give a shit what you call me, but no, they're like really like smart people. So it's called Joe Rambo. That's what he calls himself. Rambo and Friends, FRENS, on Rumble and on X. So Rambo and Friends, FRENS. And Dave News Treason, I think his channel is channel 17 News Treason. What's his channel? News Treason. Anyway, if you find Rambo, you find Dave News Treason. So Rambo and Friends. I've called in a few times, and he's a subscriber to my YouTube channel, and he likes it. And yeah, I'll show you a couple of clips of when I phoned in.
Let me keep going here. Let me bring in Cole. Cole, welcome.
You all right? Do you remember in 2020, Trump was doing a press conference?
Cole, where are you from?
I'm from London. We spoke the other week. That was the prison.
That's what I thought. I love this accent, bro. Keep going.
Yeah. How's your son, by the way?
He's doing really good. Got a few headaches, but he's home. Thank you for asking.
That's all right. Glad to hear it. Yeah, in 2020, Trump's doing a news brief from the White House, and he was General Milley there. And one of the press, they asked Trump about one of the girls They was talking about a young girl who'd been tortured, and they spoke about it for about 30 seconds. I was just wondering if you remembered that, because there's a lot of conspiracies going on after that. People was wondering, was it Madeleine McCann? Do you remember that?
Was this at the same time that the undressed young boy went out the window?
No. What you mean, Buckingham Palace?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I've seen that before. No, this was a press briefing from the White House, and yeah, General Milley there. I remember that, and it was someone from the press just asked them randomly about this girl, and it sounded like some sort of operation had gone on, and the press knew about it. But me and my wife were saying, "Well, what's this about? Where's that come from?" And then they touched on it a bit. They said she had been tortured, and I think they said she was badly dehydrated, things like that.
Right.
And then we had nothing after that. And it's always bugged me. It's always been a mystery.
I actually don't remember that. Jeff or Sean, either of you guys remember it?
Sorry, I don't.
And I'll tell you, I remember about 17 very short stories that seem similar, but I don't know exactly what you're talking about because we were given so many.
Yeah,
I don't believe they were all true.
Yeah.
And that's just my take, right? I'm not being a dick.
Yeah, no. It was just touched on, like, very briefly, and then we had nothing after.
Yeah,
and it was around the time, I think. Do you know when Trump, the ships in New York, Comfort and Mercy, was it?
Yep. The Comfort one was in New York, one was in LA. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and Liz Crokin. There was a couple of pictures come out of a couple of people on the beds, like on the ship, and people were saying it looked like deformed kids. And you had Liz Crokin saying that they was being rescued from underground tunnels in Central Park. So what do you think about that? Do you remember those pictures?
I absolutely remember it. I don't know what actually happened there. All I know is that ship came in and they didn't use it. They used it as narrative seating to show that the governor was, overstating the whole thing. I've heard those rumors, but again, I don't go out necessarily personally. I don't say that actually happened. Would I believe it if it happened? Sure. But we don't have any good way of proving that yet. That's where I'm at with it right now.
Yeah, there was a lot of like mysteries going on around that time. It's just them sort of things, just like they're always in the back of my mind. I'm thinking, I wonder what that was about. And I'm wondering,
there was clearly a lot of stuff. I'll put it to you this way: there was definitely a lot of stuff done during that period to get us to put eyes on that.
Yeah.
How much of it is real, how much of it was put out there to get us to talk, what we're going to find out. Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh, sorry.
What Dave just gave you is probably the most logical response you're going to get for anything having to do with this.
Yeah,
there's a reason people are shown, and we don't know. We just don't.
No.
And so you can choose to emotionally attach yourself to something, or you can choose to protect your mind and control your emotions and just take it all in and apply each dot as something, as the drops told us, anons, mathematically impossible, et cetera, et cetera. What the answer Dave just gave you is the one that I look up to.
Yeah, I just wondered what you thought on it, if you remembered what I was talking about, and I'm sure there'd be someone in the chat who might remember about the girl who was tortured. But it was just never touched on again, and it was like, just blew my mind, because I thought, what was that about? And then at the time, you had people posting, I wonder if it was Madeleine McCann and all that sort of thing. Which
right, and there's the point, right? It could have been something as simple as just to get everyone to do that. I don't know. There's so many things that they, over the last 10 years, that have come out and then it didn't go anywhere, and then it comes out and doesn't go anywhere. So probably more of the same. But thank you for the call, Cole. Appreciate it.
All right. Okay. Nice one.
Thank you, man. Take care,
brother.
Bye.
He was. I love that accent, bro. I wish I talked like that.
I know. Sound a lot smarter.
Right.
Not you, me. Sorry. TJ, welcome.
We haven't yet ascertained the size of the scope of the attack, but at this point, I must go for good. So I've always thought, like, what is the end point? I take it there's like fights on the ground, Trump's on Air Force One, does my fellow Americans, and there's this. I take it there's some sort of like event going on.
I personally think the precipice is not a single event. This is just my own theory. I think when Q talks about the precipice, if you read the way they write it, particularly when they say only when people reach the precipice will they find the will to participate. Well, that's not going to happen with one event. That's been happening with years of events. Now, Can you see it? Can you see more people reaching the precipice, especially in the States here, and I know in the UK quickly now? Yeah. But I think you're looking at a series of events, the revelation of election fraud and how that might play out. Like we're going to talk about that tomorrow night. Yeah. Potentially the use of the Insurrection Act. We're seeing rumblings of that. We have to do Epstein stuff. We have financial stuff to get to. Like, I think it's going to be a series of events that are going to push people to the point. One of those will involve, I think, the public intervention of the military. And that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow night on D-Class. I think what they're doing right now and where it ends, I don't know, is pushing everyone to their individual precipice where they say enough is enough. And that is why Trump went around for 2 years and Rambo probably wore out the clip of him saying the people it'll be easier for us to do the things we have to do because the people will be with us. So that it doesn't to me sound like a single event.
Yeah, no, I'll just do you know what? It's done my head in for what is it, 8 years now. I followed it right from the start, and even before the screensaver keeps coming on. That was the Face ID. Stay there. Connection failed this fucking thing. It done this earlier. Oh, you absolute cunts. I hate it. Oh, fuck's sake. What the fuck is going on? What the actual fuck is going on today? So that was Rambo and Friends and Dave News Treason. I think it's 17 News Treason, something like that. But as I said, if you look up Rambo and Friends on either Rumble and X, you'll find everything you need to know. So that's where I get my information from. Plus other places, people I've followed for like about 8 years now. So like Red Pill 78. Yeah, that's another good one. Red Pill 78, Zach. So yeah, you should look out for them. Anyway, like, if I'm out of focus, my iPad, what is the connection's failed? The Wi-Fi keeps failing, and then it won't let me switch to Bluetooth. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Everything, it's been a mare today. It really has. It's really been hard work. Everything what could go wrong is going wrong. So you're gonna have to really bear with me. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to say. You know, when I said about when I was driving home from the hospital, when I said about Queens, the surgeon from Queens killed a friend. You're on aeroplane mode. You're on fucking aeroplane mode. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see that. Oh, it's on airplane mode. Why the fuck is he doing that? Why am I still getting notifications? I told you, like, when you expose the devil, you can laugh at this if you want. When you expose the devil, he does shit like this. He gets his little fucking demonic minions to come in and try and infiltrate you and fuck your shit up, like gremlins. Do you know what I mean? They honestly, I absolutely believe it. But that's why I always ask for a hedge of protection, and I pray the blood of Jesus for protection from all this nefarious shit. But yeah, it's been an absolute mare of a day today. Honestly, it's been. Anyway, so I can't get the iPad up, so I can't even see if I'm in focus. So I'm sorry, I'm going to have to put my goggles back on. Right, to have a look at this. Oh yeah, as I was saying about friend Terry's brother. Perhaps I shouldn't say his name. I don't know. Anyway, his brother. I said it was Queen's Hospital. It wasn't. It was King George's. It was the surgeon who used a laser instead of a scalpel and burnt through to his bowel. And so this is why I don't trust at the moment, while things are going on like they are. I really don't trust anything. And like I told you about my mate, well, he's an acquaintance, a friend of a friend, Phil, who lived around the corner at the time, during the 2020 purge, however you want to call it. And he went in there for like a cold, flu, and didn't come out. So yeah, it's given me the willies, all this stuff. So this is why I just pray to God I stay healthy. And even though I've got the hernia, as I said, put castor oil on it and just deal with that as much as I can. And I'm supposed to have an operation on my back because I'm naked in my back. I've got a protruding vertebrae which is sitting on nerves, and one day my legs could go and I could like shit myself and piss myself, and then I got to call 999 as soon as it happens. So I'm not having it done because of I'm scared. I don't mind saying it. I'm scared. I don't trust these people. What are you going to do? So I'll just put up with it and I just pray to God that it lasts out, and when the world goes back to normal, maybe I'll do it then. But I'm absolutely terrified of someone else being in control of my life. I'm a bit of a control freak, you see. I like to be in control. Anyway, so that is all that. So I wanted to clear that up. That it wasn't Queen's, it was King George's. So do you know what I mean? I don't want to get fucking serious. I've had enough trouble with the law in the past for exposing things. And talking about that, exposing things, I was told I was being watched. There was cars outside my neighbour's house and at my old house, and they said I was being watched, and I laughed it off at first. And then another neighbour told me, she said, Cole, see that van there? I saw two geezers get out, and they went round the side, slid the doors open of this Volkswagen van, and she saw electrical equipment. So I was looking round the van, I couldn't see fuck all, and I thought, again, now she's got my attention because the other neighbour told me I was being watched. It was all because I exposed something in, I won't go into it, I don't want to go into the past now. So if you're watching, you know who, I'm not interested no more, but I'm just making the point that, yes, I was being watched, and I looked around the van, had a quick light once over, couldn't see nothing. And then I thought, do you know what, I thought there must be something to this, so I looked over it again, and hopefully I'll play the footage now. This motor has been with a blue Subaru, what was parked over there where that white van is, twice last week, Tuesday and Thursday last week, 3 hours at a time, and then it come here Tuesday morning in this spot, and this van took over, and as I suspected, there's the camera. There's the camera right there. So my ass is over there. Is it watching me? What's going on? I found surveillance cameras. So I phoned the police and I said, look, I'm like 30 seconds from a infant school, and I said there's cameras in the van obviously watching someone. I said, is it watching me? I don't know, because they're never going to tell you. And they put me on hold. When the fuck does like the police put you on hold? But they put me on hold because they knew I caught them. And anyway, so they goes, oh, we'll send a car round to look. Now I 24/7 continuous CCTV I still have. I can see everything. I've had it in all my homes, and I can tell you now, not one police car or plainclothes car stopped and anyone got out. No one got out. And the next morning, 7 a.m, they sent quite a tall geezer, white man, greyish hair, and he walked around the block. And there was no reason to walk around the block because all we had to do was go there. But he walked all the way around, I suppose, like make sure the coast was clear, and then he went in the van and fucked off. That was 7 o'clock the next morning. Anyway, so I went to the local school, and I said to him, I goes like, in case it's anything nefarious, someone watching kids and all that, because I've got a grandson, and you know, and that's what you should do. You should inform the police, the local school, you know, because you never know. Anyway, so I told them, and to, you know, just to be on the lookout, you know, keep your kids safe and all that. And yeah, so then I done was it an FOI request, or yeah, I think it was a FOI request. I wanted to know why was it there, what was the reason for it. Anyway, they did actually write back eventually, and they said they wouldn't confirm or deny. So, you know, but I know, I've got it on video. I mean, hopefully you've just seen the clip. So, but talking about Big Brother watching you, the Ring doorbell. That's why I'm getting rid of mine. I've got rid of all my Amazon Alexas, what I had in the past. Alexa, Alexa, Alexa. So I'm doing that, so all yours go off, and so you're going mad. Anyway, sorry, it's a little it's an autistic joke. Take a notice. Anyway, so they're doing what's it called? I'm gonna need my glasses, alright? So bear with me. What's it called? There was a word what they was calling it. Oh shit! I didn't write it down. I forget the name of it, but they're doing it under the guise of lost pet service, lost dog. I mean, I don't know about you, but my dogs don't ever get lost. They don't. I only let one of them off the lead because I can trust him. But the others, no, I don't let them off the lead. And not only that, and I make sure my garden is secure so they can't get out. But apparently, losing your dog is a thing, according to Amazon. And they're doing this mass surveillance thing. I forget the name of it. Hold on, do you mind if I Google it while you're there? I'm not professional, alright, you know that. Let me Google it. Shows you I'm authentic, you see, like no cuts with me, no let's see what comes up. If it comes up. I'm just doing this really quick. Fuck me, take it off airplane mode. See, now the fucking airplane mode works now, don't it? Right, sorry about this, ladies and right, I just want to get the name of it because I know they've got it in America at the moment. Oh, it's called Search Party. Let's double make sure. We ain't got it here in England at the moment. I'll check the settings in mine. And, yeah, it's called Search Party. So it's under the guise of losing your fucking dog. But what they can do, they can access, you know, they do it anyway, but like now they're telling you, because they have to tell you. It's called karma clearing. I told you that before, so they have to tell you. And they know you're going to fucking find out anyway. But it's a mass surveillance thing under the guise of losing your fucking dog. Anyway, so they can access it, and I've heard cases where Ring doorbell is grasped up to the old bill if you're doing anything naughty in the middle of the night. Not that I do. And yeah, it's grasped on people, so get rid of your fucking Ring doorbell. Use a Tapo one or something. So that's that. I've covered that. I can't stop and start because the iPad lost the connection, so it means I have to keep getting up and I have to keep making cuts, and I really can't be bothered. So, but I think this is my thing. This is my niche, my feature. what I'm going to be known for, I suppose. Like the geezer who fucks it all up, and he's not professional, so I'll own it. I don't care. Well, I think that's about it, to be honest. Thank fuck for that, you say. As I said, in next week's episode, I'm going to say goodbye right now, alright? So in next week's episode, we're going to go to the premiere. I've already done it, but you can see the footage next week. Plus, I go to the screening on the 21st at BFI IMAX, because no fuck would let us in that one. And I didn't get a t-shirt. Basically, it wasn't Baz's fault, it was my fault. Signing t-shirts, and I was too busy filming it. I was a bit overwhelmed and I forgot. So. Anyway, you'll see all of that professional footage next week. Hopefully next Saturday. I'm going to try and do it for next Saturday. I'm going to make sure that I do it really early so you actually get it on the day. So that should be the 21st, Saturday the 21st. You should get that right. Because I fucking told everyone, if I don't, I look like Bob. Anyway, so we go to the IMAX premiere. And then I'll go to the screening myself, which will be next week. Hence why I'm doing it next day on the Saturday. Yeah, I've probably forgot loads what I wanted to say, but like as I said, it's been a really shit, been a right mare of a shoot, this one. It really has. You know, I've been right under it today. So anyway, yeah, nothing left to say, but you know, stay healthy, stay wise, keep your eyes open, not eyes wide shut, keep them open, use your discernment, eat healthy, stop munching on them chocolate bars, because you don't know what people put in food. Is there enough chickens in the world? I don't know. Are we being poisoned? I don't know. Is the whole thing of like nefarious words on cans of water a thing? I think that it is. I think that's been scientifically proven, if you ask me. But as for like eating chocolate bars and things like that, yeah, I don't know. But you know, I've still got a little bit of a I've got a sweet tooth and I've got a big fucking belly, and I can't resist. So I do like a bit of especially white chocolate, because I'm like a kid, ain't I? Oh, going back to that about being like a kid. I'm still waiting for Stitch. It's coming from Hong Kong. It's coming from Hong Kong, and yeah, I had a bit of egg with and I said, oh, it's going to be Chinese New Year, and I said, fucking, but I ordered it on the 3rd, so why are you telling me it's Chinese New Year next week? Because they said you've got to wait till. I said no, because I've ordered it on the 3rd. So anyway, I've done something a bit online, a bit public. So now they've put their arse into gear, and I finally got notifications, some tracking that yeah, they've posted it or shipped it. Probably coming in a fucking boat, I reckon. But I told you I ordered the TCB from what's her name? Mirror. Oh shit! Sorry, I've got to find this because I said I'll give her a plug. Alright, do you know what? Seeing as I ain't been professional, I'll carry on being not professional, so bear with me. What can I say? It's live.
You alright?
Yeah. Do you know that woman I ordered the TCB from?
Yeah.
What was the name? Can you the leaflets? The leaflets on my trolley, I think.
Hold on. MakeItDisco.com.
MakeItDisco.com. Alright, thanks.
Bye.
Told you I'm not professional, but you're watching things live in real time. But makeitdisco.com, her name's Natalie. She's really nice, and yeah, she done the TCB what's on the wall there. I think you've seen it before, and she made me that for Stitch. Wanted a gold necklace for a bit oversized, a bit cartoonish, because Stitch was originally a cartoon. So I'm probably gonna fuck all the focus up there, ain't I? But yeah, there it is there. So yeah, that's really, she's done a really good job. And I thought I was going to have to buy like a fake gold chain, but this is actually metal, so I thought it was elastic. But yeah, so yeah, I'm pleased with that, and it wasn't very expensive. I really recommend her, and she can make anything custom for you. So look her up, makeitdisco.com. Name's Natalie. She's on Etsy, or you can do it through the website, however you want. But yeah, she can make anything custom for you. So yeah, with that, I'll see you next week. Hopefully it goes better next week. So yeah, stop stuffing your face with all that chocolate, people, and thank God it's over. See you next week. Unfortunately, no, not unfortunately for me. Unfortunately for you, probably, because you're probably a bit funky thinking, what planet's this geezer on? So I hope you can bear with me while I go through these like fucking bad moments. Well, I'm still new. I'm only 7 episodes in, so like, you know, I'm real though. You're getting authenticity, okay? Anyway, see you later. What a fucking shit show that was. Oh, let me tell you. Oh, my knees.
That's
No
some
biting,
stuff I've
Dotty.
educated myself about.
What'd you say?
I'm not starting up here.
Go on, tell him the story.
No.
Go on, I won't film you. Tell him the story.
I asked you for some of that the other night, and you told me it had raisins in, so I didn't want any, but it didn't. It was mini egg. You're really selfish.
And she just went to the shop. And she goes, all they had was that one. She was looking for the raisin one. I said, no. I goes, it was that one. She goes, why did you tell me it had raisins in? Because I didn't want to share it. This year, to save me from... I can't. Oh, no. I can't. Film it for me. And I put that on airplane mode. Fuck you, I put that on airplane mode. Oh, fuck's sake. I ain't cutting that bit out. I'm just going to do it anyway. I better cut it out. Fucking cutting fucking thing. Fucking fed up with this shit.
That's you fucking idiot.